Hey guys, it's Spacey Sims and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I think today I'm actually going to look at a family that I've been playing for a little bit. It started out as a Runaway teen challenge and then it kind of turned into an alphabet legacy. Alphabetacy, I guess is what it's technically called. So I've kind of been doing a combination of both with this family, and I think I want to do like some Let's Play videos with them, continue with it. But I figured I would give you guys a little bit of background on the prior generations of the family that have come through beforehand, just so you kind of know where we're starting from and a little bit about them. And, obviously I'm going to remember things as they go along, as we go along, things that happen to the prior members of the family, but I kind of, at least if I want to give you a little bit of a background, introduce you to those family members and prior characters, just so, you know who I'm talking about, when those issues come up. So, we're going to jump right into it. I'm going to open up, I actually saved all of my families in my gallery, so, as they were progressing. So I have saved almost everyone, we'll get into that little oddity there, everyone from basically when they were typically around kids to adults, and we can go back and forth so you can kind of see everyone, see their families as they've progressed. So that's really cool. So I'm going to jump into my gallery and we're going to start off with the first family that I started this whole challenge and game with. So I'll be back in just a second with that family. Alright guys, we're back. So this is the first teen that I created for the Runaway Teen Challenge. Her name is Ori Devlin. I didn't follow the rules of the Runaway Teen Challenge perfectly. It was kind of just, I just saw someone doing it in a Let's Play and it looked really fun, so I kind of was like, I want to try that. And I'm not really, normally when I play just on my own and I'm not actually doing a real challenge or doing a Let's Play or anything like that, I kind of just, kind of fudge some rules, or I kind of just skip ones that might be too difficult, which is probably why I get really bored with games. So what I've been doing with The Sims 4 is trying to stick a little bit more to challenges or just trying out new things. So since I didn't actually look too deeply at the thread, I kind of just went off of what was going on in the Let's Play. I'll try to remember as much of the rules as I can, but I would, say go check out the challenge on the Sims forums and look at that if you're interested in doing this, because it was a lot of fun. Basically, you have to have a teen that's run away from home. So of course, you have to create an adult to go on the lot with them who you're going to have to, kill. So if you have a problem murdering your Sims, might not be the challenge for you. But the good news is there actually is a mod out there that will let you change the age of Sims, so I didn't have that for this first generation, but it does come in handy for this, so you can actually, it allows you to create a young adult Sim, and then when you move them into a lot, you can just type in the cheat and age them down to a teen without having to worry about having an adult and taking, 5,000 Sim days to murder someone, because it takes a long time to kill off Sims in this game. Sort of, guys. We will get into that in a minute. Yeah. So, this is Ori. Yeah, the rules. Losing my train of thought here. Okay. So basically, you move them into a lot. They cannot go to school. So awesome. They cannot talk to anyone who is not a teen or a child. I kind of didn't follow that rule. I let her talk to whoever she wanted to. They cannot, if they make friends and they go over their houses, they can't use that person's stuff in that person's house. So they can't use their toilet or anything like that. I again skipped that kind of a rule. They're not supposed to use any electronics until they become a young adult. I did try to kind of stop her from using her phone, but sometimes if she was on it, I was like, whatever, I'm not, and if they want to go to the library and use the public computers, I was fine with that too. So I didn't really stick to those kind of those rules. But your Sim has to basically, you can't use money cheats, obviously. They have to live off the land, basically, whatever they can scavenge. So, you're running around to community lots, taking showers at the gym, sleeping on park benches. I actually, if she made friends and went to their houses, I would let her, use their toilet or whatever, nap on their couch and do stuff. Because, even if you were a homeless teen and you went to your friend's house, you'd be able to do that. So, I guess you could probably, say go look at the challenge and, you know, do whatever you normally do for challenges, but I'm just telling you the way that I kind of played it. But yeah, I had her go around scavenging, looking for plants, you know, trying to, you know, if people were eating, having picnics, she was scavenging their food, stealing their stuff, so that was great. And then, you know, you kind of just have to start building up some money, buying them necessities and things like that on their lots, building up skills. So, I'm pretty sure that's basically it, and I think the whole point of the challenge is to get this teen through their course of their life and get them from, you know, the very bottom where they're starting out to being the top level of a career and having a successful family and stuff like that. But I kind of just played mine, and I ended up kind of starting her. I gave her an A name because I kind of wanted to combine that with, I always try to do an alphabet legacy in every incantation of The Sims. I actually, in The Sims 3, had a really good one. That was a combination of, you know, an alphabet legacy with a foal legacy when we had the horses. It was more like I just kind of wanted to have, like, my horse legacy next to my Sim family legacy. I usually only get to, like, the 4th. So I usually get to, like, the D's. And then, like, my game will crash, or I have to put it on a new computer, I lose my computer, or I just get bored with it. So I wanted to try it in this one, and I wanted to try it with the Runaway Sims because it makes it a little difficult. I think my problem with other games is I usually use a money cheat, and this time I absolutely didn't, so that was awesome. It made it a lot more fun. Funny I haven't tried that before. I'm a genius. Anyway, so it's kind of, this has turned into a Runaway Teen slash alphabet legacy. So I kind of want to keep playing the family because I'm having a lot of fun with the family. So I kind of wanted to give you guys a background of the Sims, where they came from, and a little bit of the background of their stories before I jump into maybe playing my current family. So, you know, if I kind of reference back to them, you know, you kind of know where they came from a little bit. And I'll probably try to give a little bit of background as I'm explaining things too as we go, just because I won't remember what I shared and what I forgot. But at least you've met the characters, so that's good. So, Ari is a painter. She's creative, and she loves the outdoors. I figured these would be great traits since she's going to be sleeping outside, so she can't hate the outdoors. Creative is good because it'll make her want to paint, and painting is a really great source of income as you build up skill. So this is her. She's really adorable. It's my little custom hair. So I kind of gave her an outfit to kind of look like, maybe, you know, I don't want her to have the fanciest outfit, but it's not totally awful. Poor thing's also extremely way too skinny, but and so her formal wears, yeah, she's got some tattoos. You know, I gave her some tattoos to keep her a little edgy. You know, she's running away, so I figured she wasn't really wearing her formal wear a lot, so I didn't really put much effort into it. Plus, I kind of figured it kind of looks a little mismatched, kind of like she scavenged some clothes somewhere. Her athletic wear, you know, yeah, you know, it's nothing too thrilling. Her sleepwear, cute little PJs, because I figured, you know, maybe when she ran away from home, she packed her PJs. Her party outfit, again, kind of looks her little ripped denim shorts. It's not the fanciest outfit, but a little bit more dressy, I guess, than her everyday. You know, and then her swimwear actually just looks like, you know, a tank top and some swim shorts there. Well, bottoms, whatever. Bathing suit bottoms. Oh my lord, words. Use them, dear. She's so freaking cute. I love her. And then I wanted this to actually be her grandmother, but of course you can't set a Sim as a grandmother. You have to set them as mother, so I set Granny. And, you know, now that I'm looking at it, okay, I just gave her random, insane, childish, and squeamish. Okay, I just picked random things. This explains a lot, though, because, you know, I had to kill Granny, so I used the Elder cheat on her, which you can find, you know, so you just make them really tired and then they just die easier. So I cheated in order to help her die a little faster. And we kept her when we ended up, you know, when Ari ended up getting married and having kids. Granny likes to break things. And this is where I was actually sitting there thinking, I should really start recording these things, because every time Granny came out of her grave, this old biddy was breaking all the plumbing. She would jump in toilets and break them. She would jump in sinks and break them. You think you have bad luck with things breaking to begin with? Not when you have a crazy, pissed off old lady ghost. And that's Granny. Because, obviously, because she's childish and she's insane, and I don't know, she's just angry when she came out all the time. Probably because I killed her right from the beginning and she didn't stand a chance. Poor Granny. Alright, so, and then Ori moved into the neighborhood. I actually moved her into the lot across from the Goths, and she actually ended up marrying Alexander Goth, so that was cool. I tweaked him a little bit. I used the full CAS edit mode to tweak him just a little bit. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. And so I moved them, so then I had him move in with her when he was a teen, so they could actually, you know, be like runaway teens together and doing stuff. So I am actually going to pause this for a second, and I'm going to go ahead and get the adult Ori and her family, so you can see them, and we can see the beginning of the next generation. So I will be back in just a second. Alright guys, and we are back, and this is the adult Ori Devlin. She's still really cute. She's got her little stylish, artsy hair. She's got a little chubbier, because, you know, she's an adult. And I don't know what it is. I mean, okay, she had 4 kids, technically, but come on. Not everybody gains that much weight when they turn into an adult. Just saying. You know, not because, you know, because I'm old or anything, but... Alright, so this is her as an adult. We can just go through, you know, we don't really need to see, like, all of her fashionable... She's still wearing most of the same clothes. Like, I didn't bother... Actually, I guess I didn't really change much. I guess I just changed her outfit. I actually did give her, like, a couple of other outfits because she got a job in the painter career. And, I kind of wanted her to have some, like, funky, nicer clothes when she turned into a young adult. And, like I said, she married Alexander Goth, but the thing about that is, I don't have him saved because before I could get to that point, because I like to make sure that, like, all their kids are born, and at least at the child stage, before I, you know, go in, save them to my library, and one of our dear, dear children decided to play with the chemistry station and caught it on fire. And it said, Bianca noticed the fire. Bianca caused the fire. Bianca started this fire because she's a klutz or something, and Alexander went to put it out, and I was trying to get him to put out the fire, and he couldn't put out the fire because he was on fire, and he didn't put himself out in time, and he died. Yeah. Yeah. I probably could have stopped it. Probably could have, you know, maybe gone back out to an earlier save, but I was like, I'm gonna let it happen, because I've heard that Sims dying is really, really, really hard to do, and, you know, one Sim I actually tried to kill, you know, it seemed to take, it was like I have to put a cheat in, and then he still doesn't die, you still have to then push it, you know, and then Alexander just gone. I was like, I don't even know what happened. I don't know what happened. So we didn't get to save him. So he died. He died. But their first son, right here, is Bridger. So he looks a little bit more like Alexander. I wish I could remember exactly what I did to Alexander. I think because he's got really sharp cheekbones, I think I just made his face a little bit more round. But so this was their first son, Bridger. He's got a lot of custom content on him. And this was their first daughter, Breslin. And she, if you've noticed my thumbnail picture on my YouTube channel, that is actually Breslin as an old lady. Because I was actually in the house, I believe I was visiting either as Bianca or one of Bianca's children. Bianca was our heir, in case you couldn't have figured that out yet. And she aged up, or one of them aged up. She was already an elder, or she turned to an elder, I don't know. And she just made that face, that crazy old lady face, and I was lucky enough to be there to take a picture, and it's the funniest thing I've ever seen, so yeah, this is Breslin. So, yeah, she's like, you know, like her, I love her little hipster hat or whatever. This is Bianca. We made her a painter as well. And so you can see she's a little kooky. She's a little kooky one. You'll see her as grown up as an adult, so I'm not gonna, you know, kind of age her up right now just to show you, because you'll see her in a minute. And this is her twin brother, Bishop. So I'd like to just say that I really think that there is something with Alexander Goth that promotes having twins. Because I actually noticed in another Let's Play somebody, married Alexander Goth and they had twins. And I was like, oh, okay, that's interesting. And then we had the first son, second daughter, and then we had twins. And I went, wow, that's really weird that I've seen now. Oh, okay, 2 out of how many people have played the Goths, but I thought that was, I think that might be interesting considering the fact that, spoiler alert, so plug your ears for a second, every single one of my generations has had at least twins. So, there's something in the Goth genes, so, I'm just saying, if you want twins or something, try it with the Goths. I don't know. So this is, Bianca's twin brother, Bishop, so I'm just gonna age him up. Oh, Lord. I really hate the fact that I have custom content makeup that just automatically gets applied to all the guys. So this is kind of what he looked like when he grew up. He auto-aged up because I, moved Bianca out when she became a teen, so, I don't remember what I actually put him in, so I only really actually saved him as a kid. Alright, so we are going to actually now go back into, and I'm going to pull up Bianca's family, and we'll go into that a little bit. So I'll be back in just a second, guys. And we are back! Alright, this is Bianca as an adult. Actually, she's a young adult here. I saved their family pretty early. So I actually have been naming them, so obviously Ori was Devlin. She married Alexander Goth, so their kids were Goths. So Bianca married Farhan Elder. They actually I make them marry townies that they find around the town. So, I kind of want to just do that as opposed to adding my own Sims for them. So I've obviously been naming the children, so the generations aren't staying the same last name. They're going with the name of the new parent. Kind of haven't figured out what I'm going to do with the new generation because the one I'm on right now, the heir was a son. Because that's all they have is 4 stupid boys. Keep having 4 kids. I don't know. So I used one of the sons, so he married a townie woman. All the kids have her last name because I forgot to change them when they were born, so I'm not really sure if I might want to keep with that or obviously just keep with the man's last name. I'm not sure I figured that out, but anyway. So this is Bianca as an adult. She's so pretty. When I actually started her generation, I wasn't really sure what I was going to do. That's when I got the mod that ages them down. I was kind of just going to keep the family going in the same house. And then I was like, well, that's kind of boring because they had tons of money. I could have built them any size house I wanted just because, Ori was so good at painting. She mastered the painting thing. She was one of her paintings sold for actually, no, I think it was Bianca's. But their paintings are selling for 3, 4, 5,000 simoleons. Bianca had one that sold for 11,000 at one point because she painted a masterpiece. And I'm like, it's getting too easy. So I used my mod to age Bianca up. She was already a teen for a little while in the house, so she kind of got to be a teen again for extra time. But I aged her up to a young adult, moved her out and used the mod to age her back down. And I basically kind of moved her out with some paintings that she had done, any kind of collectibles or anything she found around the neighborhood. Actually, as a teen, I think she only had some paintings that she did, but this way she could sell them, and she already had some stuff, with her to sell, so she kind of started out with a little bit more money than Ori did, so she ran into Farhan, who was a teen, and he's so big, he's so big and muscly, it's almost a little scary, too muscly, but I thought he was so adorably cute, and he was just, honestly, I think he was, the first teen boy she ran into. She ran into him and I was like, he's kind of cute. Look at him. He's adorbs. And their first children were twins. And I'm going to tell you something. I almost stopped there because these twins were so annoying. I don't know why anybody wants to have twins in the game because just babies alone in the game are so aggravating. And these guys were the worst. Ooh. So the first son they had was Cecil. And I was actually going to make him the heir because He's kind of adorable. Look how pasty he is. Boy needs a tan. And his twin brother Colton, who, by the way, when he turned into an elder, still had the little mohawk going on. It was totes adorbs, guys. Totes my goats adorbs. It reminds me of that AT&T commercial. Or was it Sprint? I don't know. Anyway, totes my goats. And then we wanted to try for a girl, because I just have a little bit more fun with the girls, not gonna lie. They're sometimes so much prettier, and, you know, they're just more fun to dress up and stuff like that. And so, so this was their, next son, who, I'll show you what Casper looked like. So he actually was really cute, and he was kind of a contender to be the heir. And then they had Cala, who, I mean, hello, look at how gorgeous this little girl is, and she's not even, I'm not going to age her up right now. We're going to wait. We're going to go into her family. So, that was Bianca's family. So, they actually all had long, happy lives and all died as elders. So, really, it's only been Alexander who just, you know, burst into flames. Yeah. Alright, so we will be right back, and we will show you Cala's family. Okay, guys, so I went in and I'm searching through my gallery and I realized, yeah, I forgot, I didn't save her family. I totally forgot. Oh my god. I saved one of her sons. She had 4 sons. Again, she had twins because they always have twins. She married a townie, Garrett Bowman, and maybe it's Bauman. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, he was cute. He was a little adorbs. He had purple hair and stuff, and he was so adorable. And he made not attractive children. But I forgot to save them, and Garrett is dead. I hate to say it, these Sims die of old age really fast, but so ooh, sorry. So I'm gonna show you Cala, and this is like a young adult. Oh, hello. Well, let's just kind of fix her hair for a second and give her back her red hair because she had red hair. I don't really remember like what hair she had or anything like that. I'm just gonna... Okay, that works. So you can see she's really pretty. So at least I have her. This was... no, that's one of the twins. Hold on, which ones? Okay, this is Dashel. This was their first son. Is he like an elder? No, he looks like an elder. Yeah, so... They kind of have, like, Garrett's eyes and stuff. And he had just, like, a really chubby face. But, Garrett's face had a little more cheekbone. So it's just funny. He came out with this little round head. He kind of looks like an old man, even though he's just an adult. So that was their first son. Drake is their second son, who is actually my heir. So we'll actually see him next, because I do have his family. And actually, they're the family that I'm currently playing. So we can actually go into the game and show you them. And then the next they had Dawson and Duncan, who were twins. So these were last ones. I was really trying for a girl, and we ended up with twins again. So I don't know. There's something about the Goth family genes that travel down through the generations, and everybody gets damn twins. Except for poor Drake, who ended up with triplets his first time out, and that was a nightmare. So that was Dawson. This is Duncan. So, you know, they're a little bit better looking, but we're trying for a girl and we didn't have one this time around, so. Alright, I'm going to stop this episode right now. We're probably going to wrap it up and then we will get back into... You know what, actually, no. I'm going to show you, we're going to jump into game and I'm going to show you Drake's family. And then we'll wrap it up and then we'll start playing in the next episode. Alright, I will see you in just a minute to introduce you to our current family. Alright guys, I actually changed my mind and decided to do this in CAS so you could see. So I actually wanted to show you the 2 incantations. So first of all, this was Drake as a child. And This is actually him now as an adult. He was so adorable with his flaming red hair and his purple eyes. He met a woman in town. I had to marry her. I cheated. She was an adult when he met her and he was a teen. And I was like, no. We're aging her down because she had pink hair and her name was Jerica. And I'm sorry if anybody understands 80s cartoons. They'll get that. This is Gem. She is frickin' Gem. We had to marry her. We were going to make it happen no matter what. So I cheated. And I aged her down to a teen. Damn with the consequences. Yeah, I just lost my train of thought there for a second. Okay, so she is... It's for goddamn ridiculous how gorgeous this woman is, and she was generated in game. So I guess, I don't know, maybe we should start using sons. So, they had triplets. They had run away, and they didn't have a really big house, and they had freaking triplets, and it was awful. So this is Eartha. So as you can see, we were going obviously through the alphabet, so we're on E now. So Eartha and Island, it was funny, Eartha was born first and Island was born last, and Ethel is in the middle, but Eartha and Island get along really, really well with each other. It's probably because they're like normal, and poor Esther is crazy. And they actually look identical. So they were like the identical twins, and Ethel is like just the poor little odd triplet out because she's a little blonde. So, and we put, I needed to show you them as kids. They're teens now, but I wanted to show you them as kids because they're damn crazy. And she's adorable and her little frickin' hair. And they were really so adorable as kids. So I wanted to show you them as kids. They actually now have a little brother, so I'm going to flip back in really fast and show you the family as they look right now, and then we will probably start our first episode. I'm really sorry that this one is super long intro session, but we won't make all the other videos this long, sorry. Alright guys, so we're going to make this as quick as possible since we're going to be seeing a lot of these guys. As we go through the course of the game, but this is our current family that we will be playing. So this is our current generation. We are on Drake's generation of the Runaway Teen Alphabet Legacy. So Drake and Jerica are adults, and they have their triplets. So we have Eartha, who is so adorable. All of their kids are freaking adorable. Eartha and Island look almost identical, but I gave Island brown hair, just because it looked really good on her, and I just wanted to kind of differentiate them a little bit. And then Ethel, who, spoiler alert, is going to be our heir, just because I don't know why, I just love her, and I'm sorry. The cat ears, she's a little crazy, but that's why I like her. She actually is insane, so that's fun. And then they just had a son, Errol, who, well, okay, didn't just have a son, he's obviously a kid, so... So this is him, so we will be seeing how he grows up and how the family progresses. So I will see you guys in the first installment, the first actual Let's Play of the Runaway Teen Alphabet Legacy, everything but the kitchen sink legacy. That's, I think, what we're gonna call it. Everything but the kitchen sink. Or the kitchen sink. Make it short. I don't know. Anyway, I will see you guys next time. Thank you. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to see more.